Alrighty, guys. So we're gonna do a little bit of a trade recap today. I did not take any form of trades, but I would go over the scenario where I would have taken a trade. So, first things first, I do want to start posting more. That's another thing. I want to start posting a little bit more and just being a little bit more active, in the trade recap channel in the Discord. I did post my analysis yesterday, in the Discord. If I load it up right around here, you can see, we were targeting those highs. S&P at the with ES. This was my main draw on liquidity right here, this high inside of the daily civvy. As you can see, targeting that, and then I want the new opening gap to be tapped up into, watching the low volume node right around here from this volume profile on the weekly. So clean and clear decisiveness. So we wanted higher prices before we moved down lower. That's what I was talking about. So if we go to the daily time frame, you can see this high right here was my main objective. If you go down to the 1 hour time frame, I did not want to see the new week opening gap filled before reaching the draw, which never happened. And then eventually the market reached the um, new week opening gap, filled it up, majority of it, and then eventually reached the draw on liquidity, which is again still valid in my honest opinion. On the 4 hour time frame, what 4 hour confluence do you have to target that? Is a 4 hour candle range low sweep. And then also just reaching inside of this right here, reaching inside of there, respecting the consequent encroachment. You can see the bodies are respecting it, trying to stay above, the upper quadrant. And then also just again confirmation here whenever you fail to move down lower. And then on the 5 minute time frame, you have a clear 5 minute, IFVG. I know a lot of people probably took this and just banked. So very clear, obvious setup. You enter right here, you're targeting these highs up here. You know the market is going to go up there. Stop loss isn't too tight. You have your stops at the rejection block low, if not a little bit below that. So you're entering right there, targeting this high. Very clean setup. You're inside of the new week opening up. You're respecting it. You're having the candle range low sweeps. You're also having a change in the state of delivery. Why not risk it? Why not risk it? I don't know if you have any form of SMT, but if we go to, let's go over here. Let's go see if we have a opening range gap on QQQ, and then let's go look at the call wall, put wall. You can see that there. So yeah, we do not have any form of change here from 9:30 to just a small little opening range gap right there, which honestly wasn't bad compared to this one. This one was crazy. From Thursday going into Friday, you can see that there the market clearly was respecting 50%. Went below it, V-shaped recovery, targeting higher prices, clear as day. Just stayed above the call wall. Of course, we're going to be bullish if you're above the call wall. If you're breaking below it, showing continuation lower, maybe then that's when you start, looking for the put wall to see if the market wants to continue lower. But that was never the scenario here. So that was pretty much really the only trade. I did not take a trade today. I've just been so busy. And I woke up a little bit late. So I did see the market right around here. I know ES was a little bit lower than NQ, or NQ was a little bit lower than ES in terms of the 5 minute. Yeah, the 5 minute was already down over here, breaking below the low. So you do have SMT at those lows with ES. I'm not too sure actually. I'm not too sure about this one. If we have SMT, I think you do, because again, this one never really reached up into its new week opening gap the way NQ did. So I think you do have some form of SMT there at the lows, which again is more of a confluence to target higher prices once you start seeing the IFVG form and then the change in state, and then also breaking below the lows, failing to continue lower and showing a sign of a reversal. So that is pretty much really the only trade. I do want to step it up in terms of funded accounts. I do want to start buying more and start, risking a little bit more and just trying to play this prop firm game more effectively like I already had. I already have my prop firm game plan, but I'm not executing it yet. So we need to start doing that. So this week will be the week, or this month, honestly, will be the month, even though it is going to be one of those months where majority of the people will walk away and like step away for a little bit and take a vacation, because they say sell in May, walk away. No, I forgot the saying, but I know majority of the time people always just say August PA is not the best, and they always walk away and they go and come back in September. But I still want to trade. Of course, I probably will take less trades during August, but I do want to size up and start risking a little bit more and taking trades on more accounts, and just aiming for bigger payouts, aiming for bigger risk rewards, bigger profit objectives, more risk, bigger accounts, sizing up, trying to reach that goal of mine, which is 5 figures a month. Because again, it's very obtainable, very achievable. It's all in, the body, the flesh, the mind. And if you're just, if you identify as somebody that already makes 5 figures a month, you're probably going to start incorporating habits, mindsets, beliefs, and then you're slowly gonna just start to transition and shift into that person. So that's pretty much really the game plan. But of course, you got to know what you're doing. You got to have some form of trading experience. You got to be able to get some payouts, this and that. Then you just take it up a notch, start putting in more work. Maybe you're watching more trading videos. Maybe you're back testing more. Maybe you're incorporating better journaling tools, softwares, whatever. And maybe it's your routine, maybe it's your diet, maybe it's your exercise. Who knows? But I know personally that I'm ready to, aim for that goal and target that goal. So that's going to be pretty much really the objective for this month. We're going to get it started and starts tomorrow. Peace.